Hang on, wait. That was the most Broadway response to hearing an opening of song. That's 2 chords and a piano, and everyone just went, oh, you guys.
Do it again.
We're all together.
And it'll be just as genuine this time.
Hello everyone and welcome to No Days But Today, a retrospective of the 2005 movie adaptation of the 1996 Tony Award-winning musical, Rent. I'm Blake, and let me bring on my beautiful and lovely co-host, my wife, Mandy. How you doing, honey?
Hello.
Yes, we are here finally for episode number 1, officially, of No Days But Today. I'm excited to get started on this.
Me too.
We're going to start here with the opening credits, and this song we'll be talking about will be Seasons of Love, which we will get into all that in a few minutes. First things first, I went through the credits. I wanted to get some research on the credits because there's a lot of studios involved in this movie, which I did not know.
Okay.
I was kind of sitting watching the frame-by-frame credits. I'm like, there's a lot of studios involved. First of all, this was released under the Columbia Pictures, which is obvious when you heard the thing. Underneath that, you have Revolution Studios, which are also associated with Sony Pictures. The movies that also came out that year from Revolution were Man of the House, XXX State of the Union, The Frog, and the prize winner of DeFrance, Ohio. I never heard any of those at XXX.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. Also associated with this was 1492 Pictures, which kind of have a little bit of tie-in with this because they involved with the Harry Potter movies.
Okay.
And also the Fantastic Four. So that's kind of big. And also, it came through Tribeca Production. This is the only film of the year.
Okay.
From Tribeca Production.
Okay.
And the reason all that was important is because Chris Columbus movie. This is a Chris Columbus film. Chris Columbus actually has one hell of a history with directing before Rent. It started in 1987 with Adventures of Babysitting. 1990, Home Alone. Home Alone 2 in 92. Mrs. Doubtfire.
Oh, okay.
That's a movie I know you love. And then Harry Potter and Sorcerer's Stone, Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. There was a funny joke on the commentary track from Chris Columbus that his wife told him that the Catholic Church will now completely hate him because now first he did those sorcery movies and now he did this one. That's pretty funny. He was involved in writing this one. He had writing credits on Gremlins and the Goonies, which I did not know.
Oh,
until I did the research for this. I did not know that. Those were some big ones. And also he produced the Harry Potter movies, Sorcerer's Stone and Chamber of Secrets. He didn't direct Prisoner of Azkaban, but he did produce it. He also produced Fantastic Four. And he also produced Jungle All the Way.
Okay.
A bunch of movies. This is an eclectic group of people. A couple of movies when I was in, I'm like, wow. I did my research and I'm like, this is a lot of crazy shit. I like it. The next thing that popped up on the credits was Jonathan Larson. And you mentioned him in the preview episode we did. Of course, he is the Pulitzer Prize winning for this show, for drama. 3 Tony Awards for this, 3 Drama Desk Awards for this. But unfortunately, we lost him in 1996.
Yes.
It's sad, but it's funny because I know on the documentary that comes on this depth, they talk about the death of Jonathan Larson and his life. The critics always say, do you think Rent would have had the high-profile opening if it wasn't for his passing in during previews?
I think so. I think that the story definitely would stand the test of time.
I could agree with you. It's funny because they're still doing a whole bunch of stuff with this show. I mean, we talked about Rent Live coming in 2019. By the way, have you heard that the answer to Rent Live for NBC is going to be hair?
Wow.
So in 2019, we have Rent Live and Hair Live within like 3 months of each other. Yes, that is the world we live in now.
Okay.
So then we get to of course, the next screen of the credits was Rent, our production, and we hit the song. It is Seasons of Love. throughout this, I do want to show the changes from the Broadway show to the movie. And in the Broadway production, this is actually the intermission, right after the intermission. And in the commentary track, Chris Columbus said that the reason he moved it here was because they wanted to make sure everyone knew the sense of the movie we're getting into. This is the song everybody knows. So how do you feel about the change when we get to the beginning of the movie instead of halfway through like they did in the Broadway show?
I think a lot of movies open with their big hit. You know, it's the moneymaker. It's what people are expecting. I think that Rent brought a lot of people who hadn't seen the show and who were expecting the song. And I agree. It's a good opening. It kind of gets you acclimated to what to expect.
It's like the world you're coming into. And I was watching, and then like the set that they're on, is that the same stage that we see in Tangle Marine later on?
I believe so.
I believe so too. It's just trying to remember. I didn't fast forward through the whole movie yet to get through that part. But I think it's pretty cool that they start on this stage, and it's just our 8 cast members, and we'll get to all them in a minute. With the song, I know I brought up on our pilot that that was my actual introduction into Rent, was seeing Seasons of Love at the Macy's 4th of July Fireworks Spectacular. That was my introduction. With this song, when was the first time you heard this song?
Maybe when you made me a copy of the soundtrack to listen to.
That makes sense. The Broadway, we brought the movie one together, so it had to be the Broadway one.
Mm-hmm.
So that's definitely interesting, and I like the fact that this actually does bring the movie in started. And the cool is it's about 10 seconds longer, the version in here than on the Broadway show. I actually checked the time on it. It's 10 seconds longer because they have a longer introduction. They get through the credits.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, they have all the credits to play out, so they had a 10-second intro longer. So that was pretty cool. Also, on the Broadway show, we have the whole cast from the entire production come out. That's the big difference.
Yes.
There's so many more people on the stage. It is a crazy thing to watch. I'm going to be referencing the Broadway production once in a while. I have the DVD of the final performance, so I'll be referencing that here and that throughout the run of the show. Mm-hmm. Also, we have the Renton Bible, which I had picked up a long time ago, which actually has like the lines from the songs. We can go back and forth on that through our songs after this song.
Okay.
Especially Rent, because there's a lot of extra stuff in the Bible that's not in the movie. So the actual song Rent, which I think is pretty cool.
525,600 minutes. 525,000 moments, oh dear. 525,600 minutes. How do you measure a year? In daylights, in sunsets, in midnights, in cups of coffee, in inches, in miles, in laughter and strife, in 525,600 minutes. How do you measure a year in the life? How about love? How about Seasons of love. Seasons of love.
All right, we were talking about alternate versions and covers, and you brought up one from The Office.
Yes.
And we'll get to that. It's on my list. I have them actually in order of when they actually aired on TV, and there's a lot of them I did not even know happened. I thought that was pretty cool in the research. First of all, the first one that I knew about, which is on the original Broadway soundtrack, was Stevie Wonder performing it with them.
Oh, wow.
Which is a hidden track that I completely forgot about.
I didn't know about that.
Yeah, I don't think I ever put it on a DVD for you. I'm not really a big fan of it, but it happened. And I think it's pretty cool that it's there.
That is cool.
525,600 minutes. 525,000 journeys to land. 525,600 minutes. How do you measure the life of a woman or a man?
They performed this at the 1996 Democratic National Convention, of all places.
Okay.
It was performed for Joan London's final show, Good Morning America. by the cast.
That makes sense.
There is a Best of Broadway from Broadway Kids version of this song that came out in 2001.
All right.
And if anything, you know what? Of all songs from this musical, this might be the only one I understand having kids sing.
Truth. Definitely truthful.
That's always the joke when they make those kids albums. When you talk about the raunchy song that they make in the kids' version of those kids' pop albums.
Yes.
Apparently, there's a version of this song that was performed on Philippine Idol before American Idol did it.
Okay.
This is research that I looked up. I remember the Idol Gives Back version
definitely.
from American Idol season 7.
Wow.
I thought that was a really cool rendition. I actually will play some of that here. I really, really like that rendition.
What season of American Idol just ended?
13? 14? 13?
Oh, wow.
Well, season 8 was Danny Goki.
Yeah.
So that was the best season. We've always talked about that. One of the best seasons. Season 8.
525,600 minutes, 525,000 journeys to play, 525,600 minutes. How do you measure the life of a woman or a man?
Truths that she learned, times that he cried, bridges she burned, when times that she died. The story never ends. Let's celebrate, remember a year in the life of a friend.
And then, of course, was The Office.
Yes.
And, what was the name of the song? I have it right down here if you don't remember.
It's Michael's Last Dundee.
It cracked me up, and I read the title.
And the reason behind that...
Explain this, and I'll play it here for people that... If you find it on YouTube, I'll play it.
So, if you've never seen The Office, Michael Scott is the manager of Dunder Mifflin, and every year, kind of to close up the year, he does an award show called the Dundies. And when he left the show, they had one last...
okay.
They had one last one, and before he could present the last award, his employees presented him with the song.
Okay, that's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. I will play that here.
Oh, and a piece of trivia about that is...
Go for it.
Steve Carell did not know that they were going to sing that.
Oh, wow.
So the emotion in
Is real?
the episode is real.
That's pretty cool. I like that kind of stuff, actually. I like that kind of stuff.
I mean, we actually really all want to thank you for everything.
Oh my God, something's happening.
9,986,000 minutes. We actually sat down and did the math.
9,986,000 minutes. That's how many minutes that you've worked here.
In costumes,
And impressions?
In meetings,
in cups of coffee,
For birthdays, more meetings and
email forwards you made us read.
9,986,000 minutes. That's like watching Die Hard 80,000 times.
You hit me with your car.
you help me get off drugs.
I watch you when you sleep.
I forgive you for kissing me.
Remember to call.
Remember
to call.
Love is a gift
Remember to call.
Text or call or email or call.
Measure your love in love.
Remember to call. Remember to call.
You got to remember to call.
Remember to call.
Yeah, okay. Well, this is gonna hurt like a mother.
I have to find this just because I want to know what this was. Apparently, in 2011, when Regis left the Regis and Kelly, they did a rewritten version of Seasons of Love dedicated to him.
Why not?
I've never heard this before, and I have to look this up just for the hell of it.
Yeah, why not?